The All Hallows Seminary Onitsha, whose alumni body is popularly known as AHOBA, an acronym for All Hallows Old Boys Association, is a reputable citadel of learning instituted by the deliberate effort of the Catholic Archdiocese of Onitsha for the grooming of young boys of impressionable dispositions into industrious men of character and learning. The school was primarily instituted as a boarding ground for priests of the Catholic Church southeast of the Niger. While the institution has continued to produce great Catholic priests in the Holy Order of Melchizedek of old, over the years it has also molded the can-do character in other successful professionals and entrepreneurs who embraced its adept training on prized enterprise and resilience in life pursuits outside priesthood.
No matter what you are, if you're a member of my set or if you had ever passed through these great institutions, no matter what you are, the training we received here will have one or two things to tell about you, and it is all in the positive light. Like personally, I didn't make it as a priest, but as a businessman, I think people talk so much about me, my character, especially up there in the market, and we were trained basically to be leaders, and that we are up to today.
In keeping with the tradition of most institutions of learning, every academic set has some distinguishing features that define it beyond the uniform, training, and formation the school instructs. AHOBA's Centenary family is so named because the year of admission of the class into St. Paul's Junior Seminary Obo, 1985, an affiliate of All Hallows Seminary Onitsha, marked the 100th year of the Catholic Church in Nigeria.
It's called Centenary because 1985 was the year the church in the Diocese of Onitsha, mostly eastern Nigeria, celebrated 100 years centenary of the coming of the church. So I was the same year that we entered the seminary, September 7, 1985. So we are like, we are called Centenary set, just like people that were ordained priests that year, also called Centenary priests.
St. Paul's Junior Seminary was a feeder school for the senior secondary in All Hallows. The Centenary family tag therefore fitted naturally and freely followed us to the parent All Hallows Onitsha. There was an unwritten code of privilege which we shared then for that sheer coincidence.
We entered was 6 September 1985. When we were there, my first post is class prefect. So after the class prefect, I work in the refectory where we used to eat. Then after the refectory, I repeat dormitory prefect before we came down to All Hallows.
I believe that whenever you said AHOBA, All Hallows Seminary Old Boys, anybody that know this place know that it all started from Obo. And we can't just be AHOBA without the genesis of the whole thing, Obo.
That, in addition to other common impactful experiences, informed the prime brotherhood consciousness that has prevailed among us ever since our All Hallows encounter, majorly in our teens, decades ago. The compelling urge to preserve shared memories and the prized sense of continual communality amongst AHOBA Centenary set informed the formal organization of AHOBA 85 Centenary family, rather many years after leaving All Hallows. This came about when the boys had turned to men, having defined and taken the courses of life that suited them, some the priesthood and others different careers in secular life.
I was open precisely 2004. But I was originally set. There was then 2002, 14th August to be precise. After St. Paul Seminary, then came to All Hallows Seminary later. There was that time we were doing a junior seminary there in Obo. Then a senior seminary, that's from senior class in the secondary school in All Hallows. So this is the journey. But for me personally, the life of the seminary is unique. Thank God that today I'm a priest. I can say that the life of seminary is helping me a lot in my formation as a priest. The training I got in the seminary is what made me what I am today as a priest.
So I do tell my pals outside that that did not have the opportunity to come here, that they attended school, but I attended a formation center. And today, the formation is still intact in me, because discussing with people outside, talking with other people, they tell me, Mr. Tony, if not for this seminary, then why don't you become a priest? You know, I say we are not there to become priests, we are there to become fathers. And today I am fulfilled that I'm a father, though not serving from the altar of God, but in the other altar where God wants me to serve from.
While the vagaries of life variously shape the degrees of challenges and successes our members made in their chosen careers, the underpinning Centenary family camaraderie ensures that we keep tab with members across geographical and professional divides. The family pulled along for many years without a formal structure until the birth of the association with Ike Onochie as the inaugural chairman.
There's a time I went to the market to buy electrical fittings, wiring, which I use in my house in the village. So when I went to the market, I was going around. The electrician, which take me to the market, carry me to go and show me where I bought those items. I'm following the electrician. The first shop we enter, being a shop of my bosom friend, the one that I did this Marian with, being MC, which you know. So I was surprised. I said, oh, Sunday, the electrician, what did we do? Do you know this man? He said me, yes. He did the business with his father before him. I embraced my brother. I said we meet again. You understand me now? So from there, we are not the AHOBA before on our set. This is how this journey began. From there, I tell him those I know. He tell me those he has been seeing. You understand me? You have to communicate with each other.
Ike was succeeded by Jude Ezike, who in turn was succeeded by Marcel Okafor, MC. AHOBA Southeast group of the association stood firm through the jealous leadership of Marcel Okafor, Obinna Ejike, Edwin Chukwudebere, and presently Kene Anyora. To uphold the real values of brotherhood, it was the administrative doggedness of Marcel Okafor that brought Lagos branch that was struggling to stand in unity back to what they are enjoying today.
Well, I want to tell you, without mincing words, that if you want to talk about brotherhood, you see or you pick a typical example from our set, especially the Southeast set. But then, let me take it generally from our set, because I've been the president for so many years. I was the president of the association for over 17 years before I handed over. And then we kind of portrayed real brotherhood, because we never allowed any of our members that is in need or in lack financially to remain so. We've always from time to time initiated some programs or policies that were kind of give them palliative or alleviation from those situations. And I want to tell you that very big number of them will testify to what we've been able to do till this moment.
It is worthy of mention that the commitment in AHOBA Southeast raised and aided in the consciousness we enjoy today in the Centenary family. It was largely during the years of Marcel Okafor's watch that the association designed and started presenting symbolic gifts to our members on their ordination. Again, in response to the vicissitudes of life that presented survival challenges to some of the members, the association considered it pertinent to lend a hand of fellowship to such members.
I'm the greatest among all the beneficiaries. Sometimes, last year, precisely November, barely a year. They called me on phone through our governor, Kenichukwu Anyoha. He told me to go to Mbuka and negotiate for one hotel, which I will really show you today. So I was shocked. So I went as he told me. And I went and negotiated one hotel shuttle bus truck. Yeah. He said, "Is that one is okay?" I said, "No." "Yes." I said, "It's okay." They went and pay for it. They went and pay for it. The only thing they said, they told me to go and supervising the how the motor is being put in good order. I went. When they coupled the motor, I took the motor, registered by myself. They didn't ask me to register under AHOBA. Just carry the motor, feed your family, and this is that. And today, I can tell you, there is a much food in my food today. And I must be thankful to all of them, starting from the past administration under the leadership of Chief Marcel Akonwata. He initiated the program. Already they had been assisting people, not the only person. They had been assisting people financially and otherwise. But my aim in particular, I must say I'm the greatest.
We registered measured successes in this regard. This yields to the communal spirit that Magnum Regnum Christus recommends.
There is a difference between association and I see association as just ordinary social club that people, but when it comes to our own, we call it brotherhood, or the particular language that we normally use, Ojama, which is we are because we are, So those things, those brotherhood, as you said it, we're not in a class. We're not in a class where we even look at survival of everybody. Our aim is how do we help our own brothers, in any way. That is why most times, if any of us is sick, whether you or your wife or your children, and you call the president and said, I'm sick, or my wife or children are sick, I'm financially challenged, I can't cope anymore, everybody will come on board. The president will call us, everybody in the class, that this is the person is in the hospital, this is the bill as of today, we need to knock off that bill, no matter the amount.
What gives me joy with this AHOBA is the charity formation. The charity formation, because all of us are not equal in different dimensions, but this AHOBA association, the old boys, we have made it as an imperative, something that we must bring our next brothers up. So we do involve in a lot of charity projects. So those things and other things that we normally do keeps us going, and I tell you, very wonderful. I tell you, very wonderful. I tell you, very wonderful. I pray God that we continue in that brotherhood.
The AHOBA Centenary family marked the silver jubilee of their graduation by presenting memorable gifts to two alma maters of ours, St. Paul's Seminary Opo and All Hallows Seminary Onitsha. The rectors of the schools were equally offered gifts in appreciation for their invaluable impacts on the members.
Seminary is a place where you live within the school. You understand? From your day one to the final day, you are living within the school. So those associations we had that time with among us, those memories we had as children, we miss it a lot, and that is why today through the social media in our class, those things, when we start discussing it gives us a lot of joy. We smile a lot, even sometimes we did wrongly, but remembering those days, and you know that there are some of those things that we remember it today, ask yourself whether am I the person that did this, whether it's odd or good thing, but there are all those memories, understand, that gives us joy. And when we look at ourselves today, a lot of us have excelled in different professions, so all those things, of course, at that age, some of those things were being formed that time, we didn't value it much, we see it as punishment. But today we have seen that those things are meant to form their future. So I think those memories, the classrooms, the academics, the prayers, even the sports, all those things are the things that formed us. I know that then they will tell us that not only a few number of us will be priests. The majority will be in the world. So they want us to be the representative of the church.
The mood of the Golden Jubilee birthday celebration of AHOBA Southeast Centenary members, conjectured upon a common ground of the average age of members, promises an awesome reunion that will reinvent the fond memories of the warmth and pains that originally informed the enduring fellowship that has stretched close to 4 decades.
You can understand or agree with me generally in the world, especially this part of the world, that peer group is normally measured or calculated within 5 years. And I think in our own time or in our own set, I don't think anybody is less 5 years to the other. I think we should be talking about maybe about 3 years less the other. So, and then you may have plus or minus 3, except in some occasional cases where we have the Sanhedrins. So we talked about 50 years, not just the time we entered the seminary, but about the age we were made. Most of us were born within the ages of 1970, 71, 72, and so on and so forth. So we are celebrating the age of our birth, which synchronizes or kind of coincides that most of us are falling within the same.
It surely would be a great fun, for example, linking the unassuming boys then in Evaristus Mwabara, Alfred Ume, Christian Eze, and Osita Ike, to the Reverend Fathers Mwabara, Ume, Eze, and Ike they have become today. Without intending to initiate a comprehensive roll call of the set members, it is just as awesome seeing Ogochukwu Akutebo, Henry Angoleka Okezue, Kajetan Obi, Donatus Okafo, John Ilo, and some others become reputable medical doctors and personnels. Eugene Ndukwe in a flourishing legal practice, Obi Paul Adibe, Celestine Ezonia, and Francis Ejekam as bankers and finance personages, and Chukwudi Adimike, Chuma Onunko, and Jude Ikechukwane as frontline educationists.
The formation I got in St. Paul Seminary and All Hallows Seminary Onitsha came at a very early stage in my life, and this formation formed the foundation on which my life is based. I can comfortably, without exaggeration, say that all I have or am in life is a product of this formation. AHOBA 85 is a family. Indeed, I regard it as my second family. The brotherly love among us is exemplary. In the course of time, I have witnessed within this family tremendous positive impact on her members, which are way too numerous for me to recount in this short interview.
The Southeast Centenary family prides itself with the presence of globally acclaimed captains of industry and entrepreneurs, among whom are Don Ebubogu of Tiger Foods fame, Ralph Anyeji, Francis Okato, Marcel Okafo, Francis Anyora, Iman Sofo, Victor Maduekwe, O.C. Chibo, Tony Obi, Cypriel Azubike, John Mbofia, Obinna Ejike, and many more. How can the memory of our revered Sanhedrins, their strength, privileges and allurements, and the indomitable war chest of our field marshals, generals, majors general, and other gallant officers in our refectory that regularly turned our war theater cease to excite us? Passing time adds value to such cherished memories, where every single person there was contributory to the experiences that informed who we are today.
First move here, I wash the lavatory. That's our toilet. After the lavatory, for some months or a year, they sent me to refectory for my second function. So after suffering, you go and eat. So during that time, I'm a refectorian. So I work on a teacher's table. We are the ones that eat what the teachers left after eating. And sometimes some of our guys, some of our friends and our brothers used to book for the food. So you keep for your friends. Those that used to keep food are somehow my parishioners. Because you know this school now, we enter seminary through the parishes. And when you left the parish, you come as a family.
We recall our rectors, tutors and seniors whose interest in our formation largely impacted our lives. We remain eternally indebted to them. In the continually unfolding life and history of AHOBA Southeast Centenary set, particularly in this auspicious season of our average Golden Jubilee celebration, it is pertinent to evoke our faith in the communion of saints by remembering our fallen members and praying for the repose of their souls. May we therefore remember in a special way today all AHOBites 85 in Requiem: Celestine Obiechina, Williams Odibo, Pius Okuma, Dampolo Neto Ikechukwu, Father Mobi Chikwendo, Father Eugene Afamike, Father Chrysanthus Igwe, Innocent Egwon, Ernest Ibekwe, Eugene Nnadiotu, Clement Osakwe, Remigius Onyebuago, Joachim Ojukwu, Silas Ihionu, Remigius Abalihi, Adolphus Oboji, Father Ikechukwu John Nwokeji, Stan Anolefo, Oke Amefula, Ifeanyi Igbogalo, Imam Wokedi, Kingsley Nwosu, Ambrose Anaka, and Jude Achebe. The most recent transitions of Donatus Nwachukwu Okonkwo is deeply regretted. He was an active participant in the arrangements for this occasion. May God rest their souls in his bosom. Amen. While thanking all of us who made the activities of our Golden Jubilee and this documentation happen, we are hopeful that the joy of our fellowship will continue to grow like vintage wine, getting better as time progresses.
In a special way, I wish to welcome everybody to that particular day. And then I want to advise and talk to my colleagues that the legacy and policy we started in this particular brotherhood must not die. We must continue to reach out to our brothers wherever they are. And then we must continue to show that love which is paramount to whoever that needs it. Whether that person is celebrating, whether the person is mourning, at any point in time, that candle must continue to burn. They must not extinguish it.
My advice to every one of us, including me, that we should take life easy. I know that we have spent almost half part of our life. You understand me? We lost about, last year, we lost about 4 or 5 people last year. You understand me? One that end up now is the first person this year. And many are, you know. So as we are moving, we are dropping. So I would like to tell everybody to embrace peace. You understand me now? Live maturely. Take care of your life. Do sacrifice. Touch humanity. By doing all these things, I hope anywhere we find ourselves or we meet ourselves again, we will still be happy.
The message I have for everybody is that let our heart be like gold, let it glitter like gold, so that the future will be like diamond.
We are therefore called upon to lend our individual energies to our collective growth and happiness. The best of us keeps unraveling, with God having our back in our individual endeavors. Long live All Hallows Seminary Onitsha. Long live AHOBA, Southeast Centenary family.